Hi, so here are my responses for the Module 3 discussion board. For the first question, that was how could you vary your teaching techniques to ensure you reach all of the various learning abilities that you may have in your classroom? And I said as a special education major, I can relate to this because I know that in my future classroom, each and every one of my students are going to have varying abilities. And I plan to have special accommodations to each student relating to whatever might be stated in their IEP, individualized education plan. Incorporating different ways to learn for those who have different learning styles is crucial to the success of my students, and it's also important to assess learning periodically. That was some of the things I read in our textbook. For the second question, it asked, what if you were asked to teach in online or in a virtual environment? How would those test techniques change, and how so? So I said teaching virtually can be exceptionally difficult, especially for teachers in special education. From my own experience seeing the online instruction of my younger brother's special education class during the COVID-19 pandemic, I saw how challenging it was for his teacher. In my classroom, I would do my best to keep the same amount of normalcy as there would be in person. During virtual class meetings, I would use the screen share feature on Zoom to allow the students to have visual aids when they're at home, also allowing opportunities to have things emailed to students and so they can have it to access after class hours, as well as look over it with parents, siblings, whatever, because I know I would help my brother out a lot when he was going through his online school. So lastly, for the choice question, I chose to answer the question that asked, what graphic organizers could you use to present concepts in your subject area of teaching? How do graphic organizers work for children? So in response to this question, I said, in my classroom, I can use Venn diagrams, visual aids such as pie charts, mind maps, T-charts, timelines, KWL, know, want to know, learned, charts, etc. Using and implementing graphic organizers into a lesson can provide visual representation and allow for an active learning aid with organization and allow for adaptations to specific learning styles and needs of each individual student in the classroom, which were some examples the textbook gave. Overall, I think that having visual aids and posting them on the walls of the classroom for the students that they see every day, all day when they come in, before they leave, during lessons, I think that's the best way to help learn. I know that when I was in school, looking at what was posted on the walls around the classroom definitely helped me to learn because it was something that I constantly saw when going to class. And I know all the classrooms I've been in, whether that been through my field experiences or the school I worked at over the summer, a lot of teachers have certain things posted up around the room that they switch in and out throughout the year depending on like what they're learning at the time, the lessons, and even things that like you make in front of the class, like a KWL chart would be a great idea to, start the class discussion on what they already know and then what they want to know, then after the lesson, after all that, what they learned, and then posting that up on the wall. It's a great way to keep the class involved and have something for them to reference throughout the rest of the chapter, module, however it's referred to. So thank you for watching, and I look forward to watching everyone else's and responding.